Hey guys, today I am filming my haul video from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I did film an entire recommendations and wish list video. I will have it linked up in the cards because if you watch that, my wish list was actually huge. So I wanted to show you what things I actually ended up purchasing from the sale, and luckily it is a lot less than I mentioned in the wish list. Now I'm sure if I added all this up, it still cost me a pretty penny, but I'm really happy with everything that I purchased and I wanted to share that with you. So I didn't set these out in order of like the day that they appeared. I'm just organizing these products from like the way that I would apply them. So I do have a skincare product that I purchased, and that would be the Badescu drying lotion. You can either buy this in the glass bottle or the plastic bottle. I chose the plastic. Glass looks nicer, but it's glass. So this is a spot treatment. You've got the clear product on the top, the pink powder on the bottom. You stick a little Q-tip in there and put it on your pimples at night, and it is supposed to dry them and shrink them up. I've used this before and I do quite enjoy this. I am using a little sample of a Proactive spot treatment right now that's almost out, and I've been breaking out a lot recently, so I thought it'd be great to pick this up. Badescu is already a very affordable skincare brand, but to get this half off was amazing. And then I do have a little freebie. It wasn't with that purchase, it's actually a coupon code that I had received. So it's a little deluxe sample size of the Badescu oil-free moisturizer. I've only tried a couple things from Badescu. I absolutely love the Acne Facial Cleanser. That's probably one of my favorite cleansers of all time. So I'm excited to give the moisturizer a try. So I did purchase one thing from the Ulta Beauty collection. So in years previous, they were like, face products are on sale, eye products are on sale. They did it in categories, and then last time and this time they had very specific products on sale, but one of them was brushes. So I had watched a foundation review video from Makeup with Mariella. I'll have her channel linked down below, and I asked her what foundation brush she was using and she said this one. So I did pick it up, and I think full price this is kind of pricey considering it's the Ulta Beauty brand, but getting this half off was fantastic. And yes, I do usually use a sponge for my foundation, but I just thought that this brush was really cool and I really wanted it. So this is what it looks like. Isn't that really different? So it's like flat angle, like if you literally like squashed a kabuki brush, that's what that looks like. It's like a tapered, I don't know how to describe this, but I think this will be really cool to try, and this is definitely a different style of brush than I already have, so I'll definitely use it in a video so you guys can see how it applies. But I would love to know your thoughts if you guys have tried out this brush or any of the other Ulta Beauty brush. The next thing I purchased, you guys had heard me talking about for a while, hoping it would be featured in the sale, and it was. That would be the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. So this is a very expensive primer, and it's something that I've used up a couple deluxe size samples of, and I decided I do want this in the full size. This is a really nice glowy primer, but it doesn't make me greasy. It actually sets down very nicely, and it is the best glowy primer for my oily skin. So I really wanted to have this, and I'm very happy that I do. But something that you guys will see in my April haul is that my sister did just find this for me. I'm so glad. A Becca set at TJ Maxx that had the travel size. So it's like basically half the size of this one, I think. The travel size of the Backlight Priming Filter, the First Light Priming Filter, it has a little mini gloss, and then it has the Moonstone highlighter I've always wanted, and the set was like $12. So I feel like the travel size, which is again smaller than the full size but bigger than that deluxe sample size, is really the perfect size for me, because you know, this primer, even though I really like it, it's really not made for my skin type, and I can only use it during the winter. So I have not touched this one, so I will be returning this one because I will be getting that travel size from that Becca set, which is awesome. I'm really happy about that, but I'm just happy to have that primer in my life because I do like it, but I do feel really good about this. So I wanted to let you know and tell you guys to check out your TJ Maxx and Marshalls. It's called the Becca Glow Essentials Kit. So next I purchased a couple powders, and this is something I contemplated repurchasing, the Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powder, but I ended up doing so. And The reason I contemplated it is because I've actually used up one before. I love this powder. It sets my under eyes and my skin so nicely, but it does leave a white cast to my skin, which I didn't love. However, I did recently try out several other translucent loose powders, and I did not like any of them near as much as this one. So I did decide to repurchase this, and now that the concealer I'm using is a little bit darker, the two pair beautifully together. I am using this to set my under eyes and my face today. I absolutely love this powder. I'm really happy to have it, and I can see me buying this every single year. So there was a little freebie with any Dermablend purchase, and it was this foil sample of the Dermablend Insta Grip Jelly Primer 3-in-1 Multitasking Primer. So this will be very interesting to try. It says, that's weird, unique jelly texture. It's supposed to be a makeup gripping primer, instant moisturizer, and a tightening mask. I'm just going to use it as a primer, so we'll see what I think of that, but that was nice to get that little freebie. The next thing I purchased, I'm so excited about. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Loose Setting Powder in the translucent shade. This is something that I used up recently, and this is amazing. Really for any skin type, I think this is good. I love my Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Powder, but I cannot use that all year. There are times where it can make my skin, especially up my forehead, look a little bit dry. So I think that this would be great for winter and spring, and that one for fall and summer. So I'm really excited to have this. I just used it up a couple months ago. It is amazing, and what a fantastic deal. And they do make that in 3 shades now, which is great, but it's a phenomenal powder. I highly recommend. The next item I have is something that I've wanted forever. This is the Too Faced Sweetheart bronzer. So I knew that the Too Faced bronzers were going to be on sale, but in the picture they just showed the chocolate bronzers. But when you click on it, it's actually all of those chocolate bronzers, but then also the one from the Tutti Frutti collection and the Sweethearts bronzer, which is something I've wanted forever. I know that, what's her name? Sam Sherman. I know that she absolutely loves this, and a lot of people do. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's very pretty. And you have 2 different colors here. I think it's supposed to be like one is more shimmery and one's more satin. So I'm very excited to finally have this and try it out. Then I purchased a cult classic that I've also been interested in forever. Like, this was such a good sale for me. I can't even tell you. There are so many things that like are staples that I repurchase, so many things that have been on my wish list for forever, and I've been waiting for a sale, and the time had finally come. So this is the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. So Painterly and Soft Ochre were on sale in store, but online actually all of the colors were available. And here's what this one looks like. Now Painterly is more pink, and then Soft Ochre is more yellow, and I am more yellow, but I'm thinking that this might be too dark for my skin tone, but I think Nikki Tutorials uses this, so I'm gonna try it out as an eye base. I'm a little nervous that it's gonna be too dark for me, which is sad, but we'll see what I think. I have used MAC paint pots in the past and enjoyed them, but I didn't have the right color for me, so hopefully this will work out. We will see. Then I did purchase one single shadow from Urban Decay. So these went on sale last year. I did pick up a few colors, and I had contemplated purchasing this one, and I decided to pass on it. And then I wished that I had purchased it. So when the opportunity came around, I did pick it up. Now this was $10, which is a lot for a single shadow, but I'm very excited for this color. And like I told you guys in my recommendations video, I suggested going in store ahead of time to swatch things, and that is what I did with a lot of these products to make sure that I did want them. So the shade I purchased is called Riff. It is a really beautiful warm brown, and I know you guys are like, Heather, I know you have a million of those, and yes I do, but I compared this to the colors in the Naked Heat palette, as well as the colors in the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette that I thought were similar, and they were different enough I felt like I could justify it. So I will be excited to get some use out of this because I do really like the Urban Decay eyeshadows, and I'm happy to finally have that one in my life, no matter how redundant that color might be for me. And lastly, I have some lip products. So both of these types of lip products have been on my wish list for forever, and I've just been hoping that they would go on sale. So the first ones would be 4 shades of the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Radiant Lipstick. The one color that I had really been wanting was Tutu, but I did pick up a few other shades as well, and I'm gonna try these on my lips to make sure I want them all. I did swatch them in store and like the color, but I need to see them on myself. So I'll show you all the shades that I got, and these have been popping up at TJ Maxx, but not these colors. I think that they originally had a lot more and they discontinued some shades, and the discontinued colors have been showing up at TJ Maxx and Nordstrom Rack. Here is Tutu, which is just like a really pretty warm pink color, and these are more of like a medium opacity. They have a beautiful shine to them, which I like because that's just like a nice, easy wearing everyday lip color. The next color I have is Crush, which I think is the palest out of all of these, and this is a little bit more peachy, and this is one I have to see on. I'm afraid this one might be a little too pale for me, but it's a very, very pretty color. Then we have the shade Heaven, which is a little bit more beigey, has a bit more brown in it. So there's Heaven. Very pretty as well. I still like Tutu the best, but I do think that's a pretty color. And then this is the other one that I think I'll really like. This is called XOX, and this is a bit more of a rose color. It's deeper than the others. And there's XOX. So we've got Tutu, Crush, Heaven, XOX. So we'll see what I think of these colors on, but I'm very excited to try this formula. It seems like a formula that I will absolutely love. And then the last lip products would be the Tarte Tarteist Glossy Lip Paints. These have been on my wish list forever because I did have a little deluxe sample size of the shade Golds that I had put in my Halloween project pan last year. And then these have gone on sale a bunch of times at Macy's. They were a weekly wow at Sephora, but I was trying to get both of the shades at once, and they were never both available at once. They kept going in and out of stock, and then I was mad at myself, and I was like, Heather, you should just order them individually because you do have flash shipping. But I'm glad all of that happened because I got them from Ulta, which you guys know is my favorite place to shop. I get points and all that, and I did get the 2 shades that are on my wish list. So this first one is Obvi, which is a beautiful, warm, peachy nude. And these glosses are a bit on the thicker side, but they don't feel too goopy and they aren't super sticky. So right there is Obvi, a really pretty peachy nude that has a little bit of brown in it. And they do have like a lot of pigment, but they do have good shine as well. And this is the other color that I had wanted, which is in the shade Goals, which is a bit more of like a warm pinky rose. So here is Goals. Those are all of the lippies that I picked up. I don't know that I will keep all of the Bare Minerals. I'm definitely keeping both of the Tarte, but I have to try all the Bare Minerals on. Tutu I think might still be my favorite, but we'll see how they look on my lips. But I'm so excited. Literally the Tarte glosses, their Bare Minerals lipsticks have been on my forever wish list. I've always considered purchasing this Too Faced, but I was waiting for a good sale because I didn't need a bronzer. I was just hoping and praying that even though this shows up every year, as well as this one, these show up like every year, but I wanted to make sure that they would come back this year when I was interested. This is a new absolute favorite, and I was actually planning on purchasing this powder with a 20% off coupon when I cash in my 4,000 points. I was planning on using it then, and I'm so glad that this went on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty instead, so I was able to use those points towards something else. So I feel really happy with everything that I purchased. Like I said, I will be sending back the Becca primer because I do have that set from TJ Maxx that includes it, and I potentially will be returning the soft ochre paint pot if it's too dark for me, and some of the Bare Minerals lipsticks. But like in general, I feel really happy with everything that I purchased. And let me know if you guys would like me to share my thoughts with you. Of course I will at some point in a thoughts on hauls, but I would love to know what you guys picked up during this sale. And thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.